Hey, welcome back to episode 3 of our Ohio State online season. If you're new here, let me just really quickly catch you up on how this operates. I'm a fairly high-level online head-to-head competitive regs player, Road to CFP, as it's called on this game. I carry a 96% true win percentage on this year's game, about 700 wins, 30 total losses, and just in general, going back about 20 years, I've roughly kept that same winning percentage that entire time. The old NCAAs, I had a lot of really high-ranking years, then a really good stretch on Madden for about a decade there, and then the last couple of years back on CFB now that it's returned. All that to say, as like a baseline starter point, you're always going to get pretty high level, high tier competitive online play on this channel. But then where I think this series specifically takes it a step further is we're looking to create that online competitive but also dynasty mode hybrid. We'll pick a single team, use that single team all the way through an entire season, 12-game regular season plus playoffs, hopefully. We're going to track stats all the way through, everything from individual games, cumulative season stats, that sort of thing. And it just really helps create that sort of dynasty mode extra narratives that you get with season-long modes. You know, does my quarterback throw 45 touchdowns? Does my star receiver get 1,300 yards? Does my All-American defensive end get double-digit sacks? It's sort of a way to combine the head-to-head, human versus human, high-level, Heisman tier competitive online play while also bringing in those season-long dynasty-style narratives that make the game a lot of fun for me personally. So if that sounds like it's right up your alley, whether or not you just like high-level competitive play, whether you like dynasty mode stuff, whether you're trying to learn stuff and get better at the game, happy to have you here. We're about to get into game number 3 of our Ohio State season. Let's first catch you up on game number 2. Game number 2 is another home game, this time against Notre Dame, and we're still having the same troubles that we had in game number 1 against Penn State. We just cannot get the defense figured out early. Our opponent, who didn't turn out to be that great, goes right down the field and scores a touchdown on his opening drive. We had much higher hopes for this Ohio State defense than what they're showing us early on. And our offense just still isn't that crisp either, to be honest. I know I've said it a dozen times. We are breaking in a new playbook, but even here we had to get a totally broken play, just get on the board for our first touchdown. He makes a mistake, leaves Max Clare wide open. We walk in and tie the game up, but we are not nearly as sharp as we usually are so far. The game even thinks we're so bad right now that they're treating us like a blatant charity case. Here, right before half, Jeremiah Love, who never fumbled a single time in his Notre Dame career in real life, lays one on the ground and gives us a turnover. Unbelievable. And it's honestly hard to argue with the game thinking we're a charity case right now, because for the second time in 2 games, just like in the Penn State game, we get turned away down inside the 5-yard line. Second down, we lose 7 yards on a halfback toss, and then on 4th down, our pass is batted down at the line. We're turned away, no points at all. There's actually quite a bit of deja vu in this game, because also just like the opener against Penn State to start the season, we do get the ball back right before half and hit Jeremiah Smith with a big wheel route down the sideline, which allowed us to call a timeout and get a field goal off and add a couple of extra points going into halftime, just like the Penn State game. We're not playing sharp, we're not playing nearly as well as we should be, but we'll take points when we can get them right now. It would require another 4th down conversion, but we would thankfully finally get a 2-score lead in the second half when Jeremiah Smith takes his touchdown in, 17-7 Buckeyes. And then speaking of all that deja vu talk, just like the Penn State game where our guy was driving late trying to stay in the game, knocking on the door, and he threw a pick 6 to Jermaine Matthews Jr., this Notre Dame guy does the exact same thing. He was 20 yards from making it 17-14 with 3.5 minutes left, and instead Jermaine Matthews takes it the other way, puts the nail in the coffin on this one. We'd add one more garbage time touchdown late because we need all the help we can get with stats, to be honest, but it still just was not a very pretty game. I know it was 31-7 final, but we did not play nearly as good as the scoreboard would indicate. 2-0 though. There's our box score from the Notre Dame game. 31-7 final brings us to 2-0 on the season, like we said. Julian's saying, real life numbers, that's like a 73% completion percentage, but that doesn't cut it on this game. Not at home and not with Ohio State. Here's our season stats through 2 games. Really just been the Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate show. Virtually identical stats. Absolutely love it. Not sure what else I would have expected, but I guess it's just awesome to see it playing out like that. And then on defense, definitely secondary's been a little stronger than the front. We've got 5 interceptions through 2 games, but only 1 sack so far. Defense, I think, is playing a little bit better than the offense, but still has some work to do themselves. We need to clean a couple of things up. Now let's get into game number 3, our first road game of the year. Let's find out who we're playing. Alright, mixed results on how I feel about the matchup. I hate that it dropped us down against a Tier 2 team, especially considering we're using far and away the best team on the game. But he is a Heisman player, has a couple of natties, and as far as like the Dynasty season narrative goes, Game 3 and we've already played 2 Big Ten opponents and we got Notre Dame in the middle. So opened with Penn State, got USC here, and we had Notre Dame in the middle, and they play Ohio State semi-regularly, so pretty awesome scheduling so far. Ball! Yes! What a start! I'm a diehard Eagles fan, by the way. Super excited for Makai Lemon to join the Birds, but he did not look great there. Let's play some offense. Generally just looking to be a little more crisp and sharp on offense this go-around. This actually is our first road game of the season, but we got a little bit lucky. It's sort of a baby road game. You know, there's not going to be any crazy stadium pulse or anything like that here at USC. The way we've been playing lately, it would have been really tough to be going against Georgia right now. First ball went to Jeremiah Smith, so it only seems fair that we can make Carnell Tate the primary on this route. As long as we distract his user, that route that Tate's running should be in a soft spot in zones and cook all man and match. Yeah, tight window, but he's going to hang on every time. Down around the 1 yard line. It's been our kryptonite so far. Let's see if we can just pound one in right away this time. No. I have just not had success with that yet this season. Alright, 3 more plays though. Pretty straightforward. We're just sticking in goal line if we like the look. Which right here, we're just going to QB sneak it. Surely he gets in, right? Of course not. Well, we're no huddling. If he sort of pinches it down, we might go to that toss, which has screwed us a couple of times. Some bad losses. Now we're just going fullback dive. CJ Donaldson is going to push one of these in. Yeah, there it is, finally. He's going to be our goal line like bruiser back. Probably not going to have 20 total yards on the year, but hopefully he ends up with a handful of touchdowns. 7-0. We converted the turnover. That's all you can ask for. Now let's go play some real defense, hopefully. Ready to gap shoot with Reese. Oh, that's play action. Oh, we recovered pretty well. Nothing. Oh, we sent him. Jeez. And that, oh, just like a broken play that's going to go for 35 yards. Not the start we were looking for, guys. Come on.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
Oh, out of the pocket again. Ooh. Got bailed out with that terrible pass. Yeah, we're going to be a lot more aware of making sure we have contains on every play, I guess. This guy likes to get out.
Look out for some of that lost ground on second.
Playing pass coverage this time. First 2 downs, we were set up more in like a base run defense. Made sure we have contains. Let's see what that does to him. We got the middle with Sonny Styles. Wrap up. Oh yeah, he looked like a very different player there. Did not look comfortable. First 3rd down of the game. Be a great time for a sack. Give him the 4th and long. Oh, I was there. Oh, wrap up. Come on. Well, now it's time for the first 4th down of the game. Some kind of weird wildcat package. I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for here. Yeah. Didn't shoot a gap. Didn't know exactly which gap to try to shoot. Didn't know who the ball was going to. Good conversion by him. Didn't get him off the field there.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Lost a throw on 1st down.
Oh, Makai Lemon absolutely cooked him. Ooh, I don't know how to feel about that one. Stinks that he tied the game up, but as an Eagles fan, I sure am excited to see you in that green next year. Good play, USC, man. 7-6. I guess we can technically block it, so it's not tied up yet.
It's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running.
Oh, and we did block it. Get him. Nothing silly, nothing silly. All right. Got an early turnover and then blocked an extra point. All three phases. Through a couple of games, we have not been having nearly the success with this play, this starter play, as we do with our Indiana starter play, even though they look almost identical. Okay, we did make a good read that time. Not going to be a huge gain, but he followed the drag, and that left the return route wide open. Eventually, we'd really like to start freeing Carnell Tate up. That's supposed to be the big 30, 40-yard deep crosser there, but we just, whether it's the O-line or what, we have not been able to hit with that one yet. This is kind of a new play for me, at least that Jeremiah Smith route. And we just chickened out and took another check down. But way to fight, Max Clare. Oh boy. Gonna try an early test here. He was just in cover 3 match on that last play. And we have a pretty reliable cover 3 match bomb. So let's find out if he's the kind of guy that just sticks in one thing until you give him a reason not to. Oh yeah, he cooked him. Yeah. That a boy, Jeremiah Smith. And we didn't even get, because we couldn't get the hot route off, we couldn't even get a vertical or like a deep post up the seam to hold the safety. And it didn't matter. He's just too fast. Unbelievable. Man, that guy has been so much fun through 2 games and a quarter into this 3rd game. Can't believe I wasn't using him all year. 14-6 Buckeyes. Straight to 5 wide for him. Which, if he's anything like me, that means he's a little bit on tilt. A little bit shook from that Jeremiah Smith bomb. No way, give me a knockout. Dude, Lorenzo Styles gets cooked every game.
The break, they'll go back to work.
Oh, I don't know if I should be in pass. Yeah, man, and then he ran, so I wasn't ready to gap shoot. And of course, Lorenzo Styles is going to get mauled in that. That's why, like, if we're going to make the sacrifice of losing some beef on run plays, which we know we're doing by having Arvell Reese on the line and then Lorenzo Styles next to his brother and the linebackers, you have to make it worth it by being better in pass coverage. He's been getting beat every game. Man, another good find there. This guy's moving it on us. Jeez. We're ready to gap shoot and actually play the run this time. I do still have Lorenzo Styles there instead of Arvell Reese, but as long as I shoot the gap, I think he can make a tackle. Oh, no run. And I forgot to put contains. Jesus, I was so worried about the run. Why am I doing these noobish things?
Looking to throw on 1st down.
Oh, wow, again, just took off with the legs. Man, this guy is like one read and go. He's got his first read on every single pass attempt, and if it's not like flashing open right away, whether he takes off up the middle or gets out to the left or right of the pocket, he is looking to run the second his first read isn't open. And I just let him get to the outside again. What am I doing? And now I can't see you. 3rd and 1. I'm pretty confident, though, a guy like this, if he's that uncomfortable as the home team scheming up pass plays, while it's working so far, a guy like that is eventually going to throw us a couple of picks, guaranteed. So in a sense, I'm actually kind of happy to see that. Do I need to bring him down for some RPO defense? This has to be an RPO, and I'm just letting it happen right in front of me. Oh, tackle! Tackle! No. All right, another 1st down.
And not have to just do it all on your own as a running back. And the Trojans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
Some more man heat. Oh, what is that terrible blitzing angle? Caleb Downs. Oh, that was Downs on Mekhi Lemon one-on-one. We got a knockout. Sure hands versus pretty much every defensive ability. They gave us that one. Back to our mid-blitz heat. Just going to keep trying to make him uncomfortable. Oh yeah, we got in there quick that time. Sonny Styles coming off of one edge. Arvell Reese coming off the other. 3rd and long. This is our chance.
If they're going to score more points in the second
Now that we scared him with heat, we'll drop everything back. He's at a really tough spot where if we just put everybody at like a 10-yard zone drop, we should have a wall. Oh, I didn't get over there. I even switched it. Dude, that's Lorenzo Styles again. Why is it always you getting cooked, man? That was kind of me, because that was the guy I was using, and I switched it to him, and it's kind of just standing in the middle of the field where nobody was. I should have seen that, but you don't get knockouts or anything, and it's always you in the zone when something bad happens. Always. Man. We had the right zone drops. That was the right... Oh, and there's the RPO. Yeah, walks it in on us. Shit. I assume he's going to go for 2. Yeah. Damn. I am confident by the end of this year, I'm going to have this defense playing unbelievably. Good play. But right now, it's just not there. It's only been 2.5 games so far, but people are moving it way too easy on us. We got to figure that out. For now, let's just play some offense. We've already got a turnover. We've broken serve. As long as we keep scoring, we're going to win this game. Jeremiah Smith, playmaker. Oh, but it's a red ball. Is he going to get there? He got there! Let's go! Jeremiah Smith has lost his mind. 116 yards. We're not even at halftime yet. This is a grown man you're doing this against. When in doubt, let Jeremiah Smith bail you out. I told you. But on a serious note, I feel like I probably played Ohio State 100 times this year. Anyone that watched my Clemson season or my Indiana season, we definitely played Ohio State a few times. I don't feel like other people maximize Jeremiah Smith. And I got a long season ahead. Maybe I will end up failing too, but I feel like when we're facing him, we never really just get blown away. And he's done so many things in these 3 games already that's just unbelievable.
Wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because...
Oh yeah, don't bother blocking anybody, man. Totally optional. Idiot. Do I have a raisin for a brain? Why did I hold that so long? He was open so long ago. I think in my mind I was certain that Carnell Tate was going to win his route. I was like, I'll let Jeremiah Smith pass and I'll wait for Carnell Tate to win. And then Carnell Tate didn't win, and I threw it to Smith way late. Now let's get him another one. Ooh, is he across? Nice. 5 for 125 already. Jeremiah Smith. This guy's starting to burn his timeouts. We're not going to intentionally chew the clock on you or anything, but do want to be smart. Got to make sure we get points here. Since it is 1st and goal, we'll start with a run. Either score or make him burn at least one more timeout. Oh, not going to, huh? Big brain move, I guess. I think he's in man. Let's just put Carnell Tate on a curl and watch Cutter and Sure Hands do its thing. Yeah. I mean, dumb as hell that works, but that's what abilities do. He's going to win those snappy routes. He's going to turn around, box people out, and then even in tight coverage, he's going to hold on unless you got a really high-powered knockout defender on him. Oh man, the strong toss. Finally. It's been nothing but failure every other time we've run it this season, but got in there. Bo Jackson, first rushing touchdown of the year, I think. -2 yards on the game, but he's got a touchdown. Now he's got to play D for 30 seconds, going into the half with a lead. Still a game, though. No doubt about that. I mean, at best, we're going to be up 7 and... Oh, no, we do get ball in the second half, though. That's right. He fumbled the opening kickoff. So, yeah, we're actually in a phenomenal spot. Let's go. Got all of our zone drops to 25, I think. We can fully pass commit, so we should get a boost with the pass rush. If we can just get one tackle inbounds, make him use up that last timeout, I think we'll pretty much be safe. Oh, he's going to get that. What a ball. That was even behind my 25-yard zone drops. He navigated the pocket pretty perfectly there. got that off with a millisecond. Dude, what a play. Good stuff, man. It sucks, but good stuff.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down.
Oh, that's a tight window. Gimme. Finally, there's a good knockout. I mean, there's just too many good players on this defense to not be getting more knockouts. All right, 15 seconds. Couple more plays. Let's make something happen. He gets a field goal before half. We're up 4. We get ball in the second half. We come down, score, stay up 2 scores. Oh, shit. Bad switch stick. Oh, no. Recover! Davison! Yes. Davison Igbinosun. Great recovery. Pick in the end zone. He's not going to get any points before half at all. We might be able to do our wheel route that gets us into field goal range now. No! Really? Okay. That's surprising. We did our patented move there. We were trying to just switch stick back and forth between the 2 linebackers, the 2 yellows in the middle, and I guess we were like a degree off on the direction. So it bypassed the linebacker, took us to our cornerback. I took him completely out of the play, but we were able to recover. He made that pick in the end zone, and I guess that guy, was just like, I think this guy's going to score on me most of the time. I'm going to end up down 14 points. I don't want to play anymore. Little bit surprising because I thought he was moving the ball pretty well. But yeah, I guess he did have that fumble on the opening kickoff, which we took advantage of, and then got another pick there where he got no points. If he didn't think he was going to ever be able to stop us, then I guess at that point the game's over and he didn't want to play anymore. Disappointing. We're always excited to get more stats, which he kept us from, but we'll take the win. 3-0, won our first road game of the year. Box score from that one, obviously positive if you want a longer look at anything. Julian saying 11 for 11, 185. I know some of that was broken plays and playmakers and stuff, but we were looking for a game like that, high completion percentage game, and Jeremiah Smith kind of started to separate himself. Over 100 yards now with a lead on Carnell Tate, so maybe we are going to have a definitive sort of number 1 and number 2 hierarchy, but you never know. Carnell Tate could just turn around and do the same thing next game. Everybody's looking good there so far. Defense. Sacks are still a little light. Maybe this is going to be more like our Clemson season where we thought we were going to get a ton of sacks and really just ended up being like 30 picks on the year and very few sacks. But it's a long season. They didn't look that great in that game, let's be honest. That guy made some special plays. We did force some 3rd and longs and even some 4th downs, just still not quite getting off the field when we have a chance. That was a super short game, though. So I'm going to go smoke a funny cigarette, if you catch my drift, and then we're going to hop into another game for this video. Alright, let's go play game number 4. Back at home this time. And then followed by 2 road games right after. So this is our last chance at sort of a easy freebie. We can call whatever we want at home. Shouldn't have any trouble there. And then we got road games right after this, so let's use this as a tune-up, get our shit right, get to 4-0, and keep this thing going. Oh, we got an opponent right away. All right, let's get it. I've now seen this a couple of times, and feel free to let me know if I'm out of touch here. How are these people making it to Heisman? You're good enough to make it to the Heisman tier, but they have 0 national championships along the way? If you're good enough to make it to the Heisman tier, I feel like you should have won at least a natty or 2 on some of those lower tiers. The people down there, every time I make a new account, I have to play down there, and some of those people, I know they're just having fun and all that, but some of those people are truly brain dead on this game at those true bottom tiers. So I've never understood how I keep running into some people that make it all the way to Heisman but didn't win a single national championship at this lower tiers along the way. Very bizarre. As far as scheduling, though, another slam dunk there. This is our third Big Ten opponent in 4 games. That's awesome. Oh, that gap shoot attempt was not awesome. Is he gone? Oh, good tackle. What a terrible gap shoot attempt by me controlling Arvell Reese there.
The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
No huddled, so we'll just try to shoot the gap a little bit better this time. Throw some man coverage out there. They might play the run a little bit better. Sort of a hybrid defense. Oh, and we had the RPO covered. Well, we had the P covered. We didn't have the R covered, apparently. Another good run.
It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Lots of RPO. Couple of runs, and now just a little bubble screen off an RPO. Not impressed so far, dude. Not impressed.
This slot receiver, he really
Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Moore will throw.
Oh shit. A lot of things open. A lot of things open. And you threw to the one thing that wasn't. Okay, I understand your offensive scheme now. You don't know how to pass. So now it makes sense. He had maybe that was a Stadium Pulse thing, like maybe all of his icons went away. He had 3 different guys wide open, and he threw it to the one guy that I did have definitively covered. And he had a ton of time in that pocket. Let's get some pressure, please.
Behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass.
Oh, there's some pressure. Ooh. Oh, another terrible. You don't know how to pass.
Is to turn it over.
Believe it or not, self-taught singer. No vocal coach, no vocal lessons. That's all natural.
Horseshoe is rocking.
3rd and long, going into our pass rush package. Got Arvell Reese on the line. Rushing at Dante Moore. Got the Styles brothers at the 2nd level. And then that yoked out secondary. Jesus, still 0 pressure, but still just a terrible pass. Dude, this guy might be the worst passer I've ever seen on this game. On any level. Any tier of player. Well, let's make our subs and play offense for as long as he'll stay in this game. But man, those were some terrible reads. Oh, Jesus. Why would I jinx that? F you, guy. F you. We'll throw the box score up for that one. One name. Jalen McLean. First interception of the season, I think. We're not even going to bother with the season stats. They look just like they did after that 3rd game against USC, except now Jalen McLean has an interception. We'll play one more game, and then we'll update the season stats at the end of that. So let's go get it. And you're probably going to hear me go on a rant about quitters in the first couple of minutes of this next game. Let's see who we got. Oh, another immediate opponent. Didn't work out well last time, though.
Welcome everyone to the home of the Fighting Irish. South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome in Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. EA Sports College Football.
Hell yeah. Now this is my kind of opponent. He's a Heisman player. He's got 5 natties. He's the home team. It's a tough place to play. Only downer is it's already a repeat opponent with Notre Dame. But this guy looks a lot better. This should be a better game. This one should be fun. And now it's time to rant. All you broccoli-headed teenagers out there can't figure out why your stepdad hates you and why like every girl at your school doesn't notice you. It's because you're a pussy. It's because you quit at stuff. The quit culture in life and on these video games these days, like, why are you playing competitive online head-to-head modes against other humans if that's what you're all about? 2 good knockouts so far, by the way. Like, that shit drives me crazy, man. And it's just, I mean, truly, it is like a microcosm of real life. Like, you don't get better unless you take your lumps sometimes. And I just don't get it. And like, in relation to this kind of game specifically, like say a guy jumps up like 21-0 on you, and he's doing stuff that's really confusing you, hard to get a hold of, and you want to just quit out, you play the rest of that game, maybe end up losing, 56-35. But at 56-35, that means the rest of the game, fourth down, good play, idiot. At 56-35, this guy hasn't done anything wrong. I apologize, you're not an idiot. I'm still mad at that last guy. Where was I at? Yeah, you got down 21-0. Guy's doing something that seems really tough, not something you've seen before. You don't know exactly how to stop it, how to move the ball against it, whatever. You decide to stick it out at the end of the game. Like I said, maybe it's 56-35. You can look up and say, hey, you know what? The final 3 quarters of that game, I played even with that guy. That was 35-35. I just fell into a bad hole early, got caught a couple times. But hey, I'm glad I stuck that out. I now know how to beat that. Oh, shit. Well, this is what I get for ranting. That's a touchdown. And now I keep losing my thought because shit's happening in the game, too. Well, no, that's where I was. Like, yeah, you take your losses sometimes, but you're always looking for, like, I can practice this scenario. Like, I'll even be winning by 28 points in a game, and if, like, oh, I got the ball back with 52 seconds and 1 timeout. Let's pretend I'm down 5. I've got 52 seconds and 1 timeout to go down and score a touchdown. And those things matter. Like, there's times later on in the year where that practice matters. There's times when a guy was completely, like, clamping you up for your first couple of possessions. You decided to stick it out, grind it out, get a little bit better. Sure, you ended up still losing that game because you fell into too big of a hole early. But now when you run into that thing again in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, when you start to move up the ladder and start playing better and better and better players, you've already seen this stuff. You've already figured out how to beat this stuff. Just the second someone faces resistance and they just, well, the hell with this, I'm out of here. Hopefully I find better luck next time with an easier opponent. Like, you're just, go play Dynasty. I guess you're probably, those kind of people, you're probably pretty jacked up for College Football 27. You can go goof around with mascots and do backflips off trampolines and shit. You don't belong in competitive modes, online human versus human modes, especially if you know you're, by the grace of God, you're moving up into higher tiers on accident or something. You don't belong here if you're not willing to stick some things out and get better, even if it means taking some losses and taking some lumps. I fucking hate that last Oregon user. Fuck that guy. And then this jabroni converting 4th downs on me and scoring 50-yard passes to tight ends while I'm on a rant. You're about to get on my bad list too, son. He was in cover 3 match, so let's try that Jeremiah Smith match bomb. No, I think he's got some zone drops on, or he just backed out of it. That's why you can't throw it blindly, though. Yeah, he switched to cover 3 sky. That's why you can't just be like, ooh, cover 3 match last play, snap the ball and throw it blindly. Because if they're not in match, you're asking for an interception. Still got to make your reads. But always, anytime I see a guy who was in cover 3 match, I'll pretty much come out in that play. Good sign there. We were able to fully set up our fade stop route on the road. Oh yeah, look, my tight end can do some cool stuff too, man. Starting to feel a little better with this offense. Like, this is a good test. We're on the road. Notre Dame is a wild place to play. If we're able to get our hot routes off and fully set up our scheme, we're going to be able to do whatever we want. Nice, Brandon Ennis. Hell yeah. I'm really starting to feel a little bit better on O. We're getting into some rhythms. We know what plays we want to get to. I'm liking this. All that said, our final hurdle with this team has always seemed like it's going to be red zone offense. Finding some plays down here. We need some confidence down here. And it does not look like that. We got 3 more plays, though. Let's find a way.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down.
Jeremiah Smith. Ah, man. Yeah, we've said it a couple times now. That's his one kryptonite. He can do just about everything, but because he doesn't have sure hands, he'll occasionally get a bad knockout on him. Tough. That Oregon pussy would quit out after that, or look for something else. We're going right back to him. Yes! Look at that. What do you know? We didn't quit out. We didn't ask Carnell Tate to bail us out. Carnell Tate, your hands are better. Can you bail us out? No, we said, Jeremiah Smith, you're a grown-ass man. Mistakes happen. That drop sucked. But we got another play. We're coming right back to you. Step up and catch the ball. And look what he did. 7-7. Pussy? Just to reiterate, this Notre Dame guy is not the pussy that I'm mad at. At least not yet. His time might come. And also not you, the audience, not you, the listener. Well, I'm sure some of you are. Honestly, I'm sure most of you are, but for now, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. My beef is with that Oregon guy. I hate that guy.
To keep this drive moving on 2nd and short.
Ooh, didn't look open to me. 1 or 2 more of those and you're officially on the bad list, guy. You don't want that. Get your shit right. It's going to end real bad for you.
Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders.
Ooh, that's strike 2. I'll give you 1 more. Just 1.
If you're going to send that email lineman not to go downfield, nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient and throwing that strike.
Ooh, great gap shoot. Good play, Arvell Reese. You're a monster. Love that. Flex on him.
Now play much more difficult after going back.
Oh, I really didn't think he was snapping the ball. Oh, I got punked out there. I even... I had my line spread for, like, gap shoot, run D. But then I wasn't actually, like, on the linebacker ready to gap shoot. But if I thought he was passing, why didn't I have stunts and contains and stuff on? I really just didn't think he was snapping the ball after he let the clock run down. That was strike 3. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have punked me out like that. Don't throw it. You got 3 strikes. Don't throw it. Once you've been given your 3rd strike, man, you're helpless. That's mine. Let's go. We're playing with some confidence now. Let's go play some offense.
Making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Making side adjustments here. They'll start this.
Ooh, good heat. Yeah, but my eyes work fast and my brain works faster. We can find that check down. No huddle on him. I like playing angry. I like playing mad. This gets the best out of me. I hope. Take off. Respect his legs, please. The hell you think you are?
If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football.
A run for fun? Oh, there was nothing fun about that. About to tackle me for a 4-yard loss. See what happens to you, tackling me for a 4-yard loss. Lost your mind. This guy just made me burn a timeout. So now he's up for a 2nd at bat, and he's already got 2 strikes again. First strike was, of course, tackling me for a 4-yard loss. 2nd strike, making me burn a timeout because his crowd was acting all crazy. You don't want to know what happens if you get to 3 strikes twice. Okay, you're about to find out. That's strike 3. Unacceptable. Carnell Tate was so wide open on that last play, too, like a 20-yard in route. He dropped 8 men in coverage, only rushed 3. Still left Carnell Tate wide open, but got an instant block shed. The one thing we noticed, he ran cover 3 match, and he ran it again, and you cannot repeat the same play against a guy who knows what he's doing, especially when you just got your 3rd strike for the 2nd time. Tackling me at the 1. That's automatic 2 strikes just now. You're up for your 3rd at bat, and you're already down 0-2 again, tackling me at the 1. Who the hell's catching Jeremiah Smith there? Absurd. Let's go.
Explosive play put him 2-minute timeout.
No, 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 no. I was just teasing. You're not a pussy. No! Oh, man. I'll take back your 2 strikes. Come back. Dang it. Well, that's disappointing, but honestly, probably for the best. I think I'm a little too worked up tonight. I want to wrap this up. I've played a few games tonight. I want to go just sit outside and chill and relax and smoke and all that. There's your box score from that one. Julian Sayans, 7 for 8, 144. Jeremiah Smith, though, went nuts. And Carnell Tate not even on this stat sheet. First time all year that he hasn't caught a ball, which we'll be bringing up these season stats in a second. Jeremiah Smith is like officially pulling away from him. Like, Carnell Tate's still going to be awesome, but it looks like we might have a clear number 1 and then a clear number 2, as opposed to like a 1A, 1B situation. So we'll see. Never know. He could always go on a run himself, but as of right now, it definitely looks like Jeremiah Smith's our top guy. And then on defense, slowly adding some names to the sheet. Sacks are just really lagging behind, though. We're almost halfway through the regular season, and we have 1 sack, despite just the monsters all throughout that front 7. So hopefully those come in bunches later, but really, truly, both sides of the ball, I think we're starting to figure it out a little bit more. I think we're about to go on a really crazy run. Thanks for watching. That was a 3-game video. Try to post some more tomorrow. See you guys. Don't be pussies.